Good morning, everyone. Peter Liciaga here, your Mount Laurel martial arts guy, and I had to go earlier this morning with sharing parenting tips for you guys for the day, and simply because I have a business breakfast that I'm going to. I'm very excited about that, getting together with other business owners and people in our community. So I love doing that. It's awesome. Learn from them, and we just share information. That's great. Okay, guys, so I thought I'd come on and share with you this one conversation that I had last night with a couple of parents at Donato Karate Center. If you want to find out about our program where I teach full-time at Donato Karate Center, go to donatokarate.com or call us at 856-235-0414. So I was in a conversation last night with a couple of parents. It was in a family class where we have all ages come on the floor and they change. We have 3.5 years old all the way through to the adult ages. It's one of the most exciting classes that we have. I love doing this class because on the floor we'll have basically start off with everyone together, warming up together as a family. We have families in the family of DKC, and then we split it off into 3 groups. We have our 3.5 years old through 6 years old. Miss Liciaga takes that group. Then we have our 7 years old up through 11 years old. Master Klein takes that group. And then we have our 12-year-old up through adult, and I take that group, or Master Donato takes that group. So we have this dynamic class going on for families, and everyone's training, getting after it. So it's pretty awesome. And typically at the end of the class, I always get into great conversations with parents. And last night we got into this conversation about martial arts and the practical application of martial arts in the real world for parents, beyond the kicks, the punches, and the blocks, because we really don't want kids and parents doing kicks and punches to each other to resolve situations in the real world. It's not very practical. It's not very functional. It's not very healthy unless you're on the training floor. You guys are sparring and you guys are just helping each other get better. Don't want to see someone in the middle of the shopping center with their child breaking into a sparring mode and then them getting after it, kicking and punching each other and practicing their martial arts to resolve a situation. That would be funny, but probably make good for a little what do you call those viral videos? But anyway, let me get back on track. The tip for today, I have to hurry up and rush through this. There's a couple of things I want to share with you guys. There's a thought that we were talking about. This one thing, martial arts, it really helps us to really be disciplined and focused and be present focused. And we then segued into how we parents are so guilty of judging our children. Our children make a mistake and right away we're quick to judge them because we know them and we know them so deeply, and we see something they do which is wrong, which is what kids do. Kids are still figuring out what to do. Oh heck, man, many of us adults, at any given age are trying to figure out what to do. I'm 57, going to be 58. I got 43 years to 100, and I'm trying to figure out, okay, how do I make it to the next year, and then the next 10 years, how do I make it to 100? I'm still trying to figure it out and trying to see where my boundaries are, albeit that I'm a little bit more self-controlled, or am I? But our kids naturally, are trying to figure things out, and we parents sit back and we watch them, and then we judge them more often than not. So I'm going to talk about not judging our children. We parents do that. We need to stop doing that. So this is what I come up with, a couple of things. The first thing is don't expect past behavior of our children to be an indication of their present or future behavior. A lot of times we see our child do something, whether they're 4 years old, 8 years old, 16 years old, or 20-something years old. We'll see our child do something, and then right away we start reflecting back on past behavior, and then we start making judgment calls and being judgmental, saying that what they're doing in that moment is now an indication of where they are going and what their future is going to be like. That's so far from the truth, and I'm a perfect example of that. You're a perfect example of that. And we think of the dumb things that we've done in the past, that does not then make us, that's our future. It's not our future. We make a lot of dumb mistakes, but matter of fact, it's through those mistakes that we have learned our greatest life lessons, where our wisdom comes from, so that when we move forward, our futures are more dynamic and more successful because we have these life lessons. So Parents, we need to stop judging our children and stop looking at what they're doing in that moment and then right away saying, okay, that's an indication what their future is going to be like. It's not true. It's not true. I got to keep that in mind also as a teacher, and I'm working with students and they act up, they misbehave, which is what they do. My job is just to help them navigate through life, through that moment. And so I have to be mindful of that. And if you want to find out, of course, I'm talking about being a teacher at Donato Karate Center and beyond that. And if you want to find out about what we do there, go to our class schedule, see what that looks like at donatokarate.com. The next thing is that we have to remember that our child's change will happen outside of our presence, outside of the home. It's when they go out into the world, their world, that's where they will start changing. I mean, ready or not, life is going to come at them fast, furious, and ferociously at times. Yes, they will have the ups of life. They will also have the downs of life. And it's there that they will take the lessons that they learn and they will then see the reality of the practical application of what they've learned, and they're going to have to work and figure it out themselves, and they're going to learn a lot about themselves. So a lot of their massive changes are not going to happen in our presence. It's going to happen when they go out into the world, when they hang out with their friends, and when they go out into the job or go to school, when they get out of the home. That's when the massive changes are going to happen for our children. I love it when my daughter and my son just head on out. My son is awesome. He gets up right away. He does his breakfast. He's very responsible. He's 15 years old. He goes to Lenape and he heads out. He goes to school. He does his thing. He learns what he learns. He comes home and right away he heads right back out. And I love it because that's where the massive changes will happen. And whenever something happens, he comes home. He shares it with me or his mom, and we help him figure it out, or he just figures it out himself or amongst his friends. The change happens not in our presence, really. We see it happening. We watch our children grow. We got to stop judging them when they do something or say something and we right away want to make a judgment call. Let's not do that. We have to remember not to do that. Next thing is we have to be present focused, and pointing things out that happened in the past is totally useless, irrelevant, and has nothing to do with the present focus. We parents have to remember that when our child does something and right away it triggers past memories, we have to be disciplined and be present focused. Focus on the behavior or the moment right there. Let's help our children uncover the lesson in the moment and help them process it so they can see it as a lesson so that they can move forward on it. The past is pointless, it's totally irrelevant. Okay, let's stay present focused when we are helping our children navigate their behavior if they make a mistake. And next thing here is, it's never about what we want, parents. It's never about what I want for my kids. It's not about what I want for my daughter or what I want for my son. It's about what my children want for themselves. And if I can help them uncover and discover who they are instead of judging them, it's going to serve them better. It'll help me to become closer and build a stronger bond between me and my children, because they see me not as someone being judgmental, but more of a confidant, that they can confide in me if they choose to, and they don't have to. My job basically as a parent, now that my kids are 15 and 18 years old, is to be a confidant, just to be there to give them support. If my child is 3-4 years old, I help navigate them, teach them what they need to do as they get older. So I raise up my child in the way they should go, so that when they go out into the world. So it's never about what I want. It's about what my child wants. And us parents need to stop being judgmental about that. Let's see if I have anything else. Yes, I have one more. I think it's one more. You don't own your children or any of their actions. That's huge for me. My children are my children. My wife, we call our children, but they are their own people, and we don't own them. We bore them, we raise them in the way they should go. We're responsible as teachers and parenting them so that they are prepared for the world, but they are their own individuals. And I know we all know that, but sometimes the way we judge our children, we act like they are not their own. We lord over them. We dominating them and telling them, you got to do this, got to do that. Now, different ages requires different needs as a parent. However, we need to stop judging our children. We don't own them. We need to raise them up in the way they should go, teach them the lessons. More importantly, we as role models lead them to be great citizens through our actions. So let your actions teach, and let your words bring understanding. Our children are their own beings. They have their own personalities, their own unique gifts and talents. Yes, you can look at my children, you'll see some of my wife in them and some of me in them, but they are unique. They are their own individuals. And if we look past the likeness of me in my children and the likeness of my wife in our children, you will see uniqueness. My daughter and my son are unique individuals, and as a parent I need to see that, and I need to give them the respect and respect them as human beings. Okay, guys, that's one. Let me see if I have another one. No, that's it. Okay, guys, if you have any thoughts, suggestions on this, not judging our children as parents, but raising them up in the way they should go. Give me some of your thoughts and ideas on this. I know as a teacher, as a parent, I don't want to judge. Now, I'm not human. I find myself doing it. I have to be self-aware and disciplined enough not to allow myself to go deep into this judgmental state. Okay, and I do the best that I can as a parent, and I do the best that I can as a teacher at Donato Karate Center. So anyway, I gotta go head to my business breakfast. If you want to find out more about the work that we're doing at Donato Karate Center, would love to have you guys. If you're not a student, love to have you guys as a student. Go to donatokarate.com. Give us a call at 856-235-0414. Once again, Peter Liciaga, your Mount Laurel martial arts guy, giving you a parenting tip for today, a reminder for me and a reminder for you. Share your parenting tip for today. You guys have a great day. Take care.